Hey there guys, and welcome back to Simply Basic Recipes. Today we're going to make a rainbow in the sky cake in a jar with homemade whipped cream frosting. To do that, I'm just going to use a simple white box cake mix, and I'm just going to use the Betty Crocker brand. Just going to pour that into the bowl, and I'm just going to go by the box directions on how to mix that. That's 1/3 cup of vegetable oil and 3 egg whites. And lastly, we've got 1 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to just whisk that around for about 2 minutes until everything is mixed well and incorporated. Now, once everything is mixed up really well, I'm going to take my light blue Americolor food coloring gel, and I'm just going to use a few drops of that to get my desired color. And after a minute or so of mixing that around, you should get your colors all incorporated into your cake batter. Make sure that you've got all the white gone because you don't want streaks inside of your cake after it's baked. Alright, I've got all my cake batter moved into my cake batter dispenser, and that just makes everything a little more cleaner whenever I go to transfer it. And I've also got some different size jars. You can use any size jar you want as long as it is oven safe. I've also got a 10-inch round cake pan and some water that we're also going to use in the baking process of these also. Now I'm just going to show you real quickly how cool this cake dispenser is. There's no mess at all. After you've filled your jars up about halfway with the cake batter, then you're going to put about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of water in the bottom of the pan, and that will just help the cakes cook. They cook a little bit differently than regular cakes do, and these will bake at 350 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. While the cakes are baking, we can work on our homemade whipped cream frosting. You'll need to chill the bowl and the whisk attachment from the mixer for about 20 minutes in the fridge or 5 minutes in the freezer before starting this up. Start out by pouring 3 cups of whipping cream into your mixer and beat that on medium-high speed until it just starts to thicken up. Once it's just started thickening, you can turn the speed down to medium and gradually add in 5 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Keep whisking that on medium speed until soft peaks form. Now you can remove the bowl and add in 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract and continue whisking it by hand until hard peaks form. You'll know you've formed a hard peak whenever you pull the whisk out of the bowl and the whipping cream will stand up on its own. Now you can take a large Ziploc bag or a large piping bag and snip the end off and use a decorating tip of your choice. I'm using a 1M, and just fill the bag up with the whipped cream and tie the end off there, and then we're going to ice the cakes. Okay, when my cakes come out, the jars were a little overfilled, so I just scooped out what I didn't need, and I may have scooped out a little too much. You may want to leave a little more cake in here than that, and so you won't have so much frosting on top. But just go ahead and frost the inside of your jars however you want. Make them look a little fluffy like a cloud. That's why I used the whipped cream frosting, because it looked a little more fluffier and resembled a cloud. Now I've just got a pack of Airhead Extremes. They look like little rainbows. There's 8 feet of little rainbow strips inside the package, and I found these at Walmart. And I'm just going to cut off a slanted edge on each side of the rainbows and just stick it inside of the cakes there. Okay, this is what mine looked like when I was finished with them. I think they're pretty cute with the little rainbows sticking out of the top there. And also, if you don't want to eat these now, if you use the little mason jars, you can take the lids and just screw them on the top there and put these in the fridge and just store this like this for a few days and just eat on them as you go, or you can just give them as a little gift. You can attach a ribbon and a little spoon to the front of the jars, and it make a really nice gift for someone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I come out with a new video every Sunday. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks. Bye.